What's up, YouTube? Tyler from Yugi Bros here, bringing you another deck profile up for this meta. September 1st is, I think less than a week away. Everything's changed. People talking about what might be tier one, what's going to compete, what's going to drop off. Rumors going around about Spellbook still being around, and Plant Dragons be up and coming. But I'm definitely sticking with my deck, my water. Water's been my favorite deck I've ever picked up besides Dark Worlds. So the fact that they're still competitive and they're supposedly going to be the tier one the deck to beat besides the 4-axis. That's what my predictions, and we'll hear other people's predictions are looking at. I'm glad that they're they're going to be back and they're not struggling as they were last format against the Dragons. So like I said, format's about a week away. I got my deck fully. It took me like about a week to find a really solid build. But I'm not changing it until maybe after Regional Brooklyn, if anything crazy happens with the deck, whatever. But let's jump down to my deck profile and show you guys what I built and why I love it. Alright. So we got the 3 Megalo, which is basically your standard. It's the bro card, it's self-explanatory. We all know what it does. We all know how powerful it can be. We got the 3 Abystius. When the first ban list came out, I tested out the 1 Abystius and the 1 Sphere. Sphere I don't really care because I usually run 1 to 2 Sphere, but so it was like just because personally I think Sphere is just a MST waste of time. It's such a pain in the ass. But this card made me have to. This card changed mermails. It was Undyne. It was Undyne, and I was switched to Mono. It was too great. So when they said this went to 1 disc testing, and it was made me quite bummed. So I'm pretty pumped that this is still at 3, for now at least. And I play the 1 lead, because it's a 27 beater, and his effect, he's got one of my favorite mermail effects. He drops a card in hand. That has won me so many games. I remember the Firefist format. I was in YCS Jersey in round 9, in the bubble, and I popped, Kid searched for a bear, I had 2 cards in hand, and I popped that bear, and ended up winning. It was great. 3 Lins. Lynn's great. This is the Searcher. For some reason, this card at Catskill Regional, this card went from a $3-4 card. This is going for 20s right now. It was ridiculous. 2 guns, 3 pikes, and 1 Sturge. All these are kind of the normal. 2 guns, great. 3 pikes, so great. This was something that I never was too big of a fan of, but it's so good right now. Because this allows you to recycle, like, your guns, your marksmans, your heavy infantries, which gets over serious problems in the meta that's coming up. We're looking at big back row. Ophion deck didn't even get hit, so that means mermail players, water players, have a problem getting over the Ophion, like always. But game 1, getting over it. So it allows you to use your heavy infantries more times, and it's just a good card in general. It's a 17. It gets over stupid banisher if you have to. Personally, it's a terrible card, but if you have to get over it, that's the one. So that's it for the mermails. I played the 1 Diva. I missed the other 2, but you gotta do something to it. I played the 2 heavies, 3 marksmen, and 1 dragoon. Dragoon was a bummer, but before that, actually, when the balance was rumored around, I was playing 1 dragoon. I was testing it, and it was so slow. I couldn't. The build I was playing in, it was just a bum card. It was a bum wrap. Couldn't do anything. But now that I figured out that I can search other things a lot faster and I have better draw power, it's not too big of a hit. I still think 3 was broke. It's not fair. Marksman's great for the back row. Heavy infantry gets rid of those fucking Ophions. I don't even care about any other card. Just Ophion. It's annoying. And Diva's more selective now. The Diva marksman into Dragoon play is really 50-50 now, because you want that Dragoon to do its search, not for it to, just throw an 18 beater. Unless you have an overlay, but played 3 titles. Great card. This won me games at Catskill Regional. Being able to go Black Rose, blow up 4 cards, they have no response, summon title out of grave, and just fucking poke. It's fantastic. And the new and improved Fishborg Archer. For those at home who don't know what this card is, it's so good. I don't even want to start. 3-star tuner. When it's in your graveyard, you can activate its effect. Ditch 1 card to your graveyard and then special summon it. So you can ditch, your marksman. or heavy infantry. It's another thing, like I said earlier, Ophion Pop. I mean, it's great. You can you can get rid of things with marksman before you blow up. You can gun into stuff like, you can gun into a pike, and pikes affect ditch, search, go rows, blow up field, blow up again. It's nuts. And it's a like I said, 3-star tuner, which allows you to go for different plays. So you don't, if you draw into a title and a lead, you don't always have to drop like a mega level. I always drop Archer first, because Archer in the graveyard opens up those weird plays that mermails have yet to see, and that everyone will start playing. Hand traps, I play 2 Veilers and 3 Mexi. I was playing Scarecrows. Scarecrow is too slow, and I know it stops the OTK, but with the whole meta slowing down, I was like, I really don't need them. 3 access was a problem when I was testing it, and Scarecrow was good against them too, but this is also a killer. Veiler's good just for the sync 8 with title. I mean, the effect's okay. I'm not a big fan of Veiler personally, but I am forced to play it. Mexi though, that's my baby. This card is fantastic. I love Mexi. I've been running 3 in it in almost every deck since I've been playing. I play, for spells, I play 2 Lance and 2 Swords. If you know me, you know I'm a diehard fan of Lance. I've been playing it in water, on and off, all the time. Lance is especially good this format with all the back row and all the problems. So it saves you majorly, and also it gets over things, and it makes big plays. I mean, sometimes when I'm playing like for instance, dragons, like when I throw the Darkness Metal, and I need to Gaios it, I can Lance, and then Gaios, and the effects negated. It's sometimes a big deal in a match. You wouldn't believe it. And also, it just saves it. I mean, drops 800, quick spell, do dirt damage stuff, saves. It's overall great card. 7 Swords was something a teammate of mine had to point out, and I was like, about. But I played without him in this build, and it seemed to be a little laggy. Like, it wasn't as fast as I needed to. I tried pots. That was a terrible idea. It was a god-awful idea. It's just, you can pot into a Lind, and then it's like, okay, draw into another pot, you're like, fuck, you got nothing. So Swords is good, because you can attack with, even like a lead, you can attack, and then just sack it with this, and draw 2. And most of the time when you draw 2, you're plus and hard. So, that's it for spells. Traps, I play, unfortunately, 3 Sphere. Like I said earlier, I'm not too big of a fan of Sphere, but it's special summons, and it's good in general. It just allows me to get rid of crap, basically. The only downfall to it is, like I said earlier, MST. And 2 breakthroughs. Breakthroughs are just with all the rogue stuff going on, no one really knows the beginning of the format and how it's going to play out. So, the 2 Veilers and 3 Mexi will hold me down, but this is like the plan B backup. This gets rid of, like, Pallades problems. Just crap like that. This is really annoying. Plus it stops in case you don't open a Veiler. It's good. I mean, great card in general. But that's it for the main. I believe it's 42. So far, I haven't found any flaws to it. I really want to put in one of my side cards that I've always played as a secret tech, but I'm still 50-50 on it. I'll go over that after. For extra deck, I'm playing Levier, Marrowgeist, Cowboy, Dweller, Dragosec, Big Eye, and Double Gaios. That's it for the XCs. The odds things in this is really just Marrowgeist. I've been wanting to play Marrowgeist for a while. With this build, it seems like I'm not getting my 4s off enough, and I need more synchro room because of Fishborg. So unfortunately, I had to cut Bahamut and Trite. They're both fantastic cards. I didn't want to cut them. It was really hard making room. But every single one of these had a point. Marrowgeist is just for the format. Things like zombies and dragons, they want things in their grave. You attack over a pyramid turtle, or like, something stupid that they got. It bounces right back to their deck. It's good. Same thing with like attack over Raikou. Whether they pop this or not, it still bounces, and it does make a huge deal. Even though they are milling, it's stupid plays like that you wouldn't even think about that actually make a difference. Same thing with like Brow, like Dark Worlds. Like, you go Torque into Brow, bounce out Brow, get rid of it. It's situational at sometimes, but it is a water. It allows me to plus. It's a rank 4 that's 21. I mean, I'm gonna see how it works. I'm a fan of it personally. 2 Gaios. I used to run 2 Dragostack for like the Diva Crimson Blader plays. That was like why I did it. But now the Diva's at 1, it's like not it's too situational. So I went double Gaios, so for Gaios control, just for the beginning of the format and to see how it plays out. For Synchros, I'm playing Crimson, Scrap, Rose, Gungear, Valoran, Catastor, and Armades. This card, I did not run a Catskill, and I lost a match against Dragons because of it. I blew up, went for game, and I was attacking with Catastor because he was my only 5 Synchro, and he Scarecrowed. I was like, God damn me. I actually cut this last minute for an Army Arm, which I never went into. Fully regret that one. This card is great in general. It now that a back row got limited, cards such as like Mirror Force, Prison, all those ones that activate during battle phase, like it stops Honest. Like it can't even activate. It stops Crane for the Boujins. It stops all that crap. So it's just really good in general. It's a great card. It's a 23 too. But that's it for the extra. Now for the side, it was really hard because the beginning format, you don't know what you're gonna play. You just gotta make those predictions. So I kind of went for an overall. I ran the 2 Penguin Soldiers, like I do every time I ever made water. I used to main this since I started, and I've never regretted it. I've never once had a situation where I was like, this is a bad card. Because you said it, and people know you're playing water. Do you know how many people have tacked into this? Like, oh, there's a Lind. I'm all set up. Boom. Bounce your Shien, bounce your Dweller. Bounce your... I did it. I sided in against Curries. I bounced their Zen mains and their Burrito. And I was like, well, that sucks for you. I'm playing the 2 Shadows. Shadows are for Dark Worlds, Black Wings, zombies, just any of that crap you see, the black, any darkness. The 2 Lights. I love these 4 cards. Absolutely love them. First off, they're DT, which makes me super happy because I don't know why, but they're so nice looking. Light, Dragons too. Light, gets rid of those Evil Swarm, those rogue Evil Swarm players. Constellars are really up and coming. Really up and coming. And this sucks. It really does. There's plenty of stuff. Boujins, this Boujins, it's over. It's done, unfortunately. They have to get rid of it. I play 2 Debunks for the Water Mirror. People pick these up now because these are going right back up where they were. This card is going to be expensive yet again. Thank God I got these a couple weeks ago just in case. It's just a fantastic card. Dragons, it also hurts them if you see any plant dragons. This is where I got a little Billy Breaky mixed with like some other change stuff. I mean, I was looking for something that's a little more surprise factor. That would be good. So I went with the 3 Soul Exchange. I'm playing 2 Jinzo. And I'm playing 2 Vanity's Fiend. Fortunately, my Vanity's Fiend is somewhere in a pile of cards on my table, so proxying. As soon as I had a chance to play Jinzo, my ass sleeved it and put it right in there because I love Jinzo. It's one of my favorite cards ever. I used to play it in Dark Worlds when I used to not understand cost. So you could tell that's why I play Jinzo, because I was a bad player. But the fact that I can go Soul Exchange against a heavy back row deck and just go Jinzo, that's basically an auto win. Because when I lock down that back row, I automatically blow up on my water. And as soon as I do that, it's usually game. It's a 24. It's a problem. It's a huge problem for back row decks, because back row decks rely on their back row. They need it to get their engine going. So if you hurt their back row, their engine's going to be really slow. It's going to be a huge problem. They're not going to get it going. So that's why, in my opinion, Jinzo is going to be broke, for me at least. I think this is a great engine. So this is what I'm looking at. Things I wanted to play around with in the side were like Encores. Encore's good. But a problem people were having with Encore was they were encoring dragons, like plant dragons, and they just couldn't get over it sometimes. Like, stuff like that. Like, people will do it, and they just have a tough time getting over crap. Like, that and... But, I mean, don't get me wrong, Encore is great. I was trying to get some I was trying to get some at the regional, like, crazy. I was like, anyone selling them, like, jumping up for 5s. It's a great card, like I said. I'm also probably going to look into putting walls in here, because when you plant dragons, because there's going to be those people who still hold on to the dream, plant dragons and zombies. What else was special summons? Chaos dragons at a grave. You know, dark ones at a grave. So cards like Royal Prison and Walls are going to be really popular. I want to put prisons in here, but for probably the first regional, I'm going to test out this. This is probably going to stay for a bit because this is so overall. But, yeah, those are the cards. Those are on the side for right now, just playing around with. Let me know what you think. I mean, I've been playing Water for a bit. There's one I got my first invite with. It's just so damn good. Like, Fishborg gives so many outs, you have no idea. I mean, if you haven't played it yet, throw it on DN. Throw it on DN, throw it on DevPro, just give it a joke. If you don't like it, you can comment and tell me I'm a scrub. Up to you. So yeah, that's it for the mermail deck profile. So remember to sub, comment, like, all that jazz.